Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a huge topic that affects literally millions of us, the UK's national minimum wage. We're going to break it all down so you know exactly what you should be earning, and more importantly, how to make sure you're actually getting it.
You know that feeling when you look at your payslip and it's just confusing? It can feel like you're trying to crack some kind of secret code with all those numbers and weird deductions. But what if that code is actually hiding the fact that you're not being paid what you're legally owed? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out together. Okay, first things first. Before we can do anything else, we have to get to grips with the official rulebook. Because to know if you're being paid correctly, you've got to know the one fundamental rule, the absolute legal minimum you must be paid.
So, the National Minimum Wage, or NMW for short, is the bottom line legal minimum hourly rate that most of us workers in the UK are entitled to. Now, this isn't just a guideline your boss can choose to follow. No way. This is the law. And the specific rate you get depends on one key thing: how old you are.
Right, let's look at the actual numbers. Now, these are the rates that kick in from April 2025, so just take a second and find your age bracket on the screen. If you're 21 or over, you're on what's called the National Living Wage, and that's £12.21 an hour. For anyone 18 to 20, it's £10. And for 16 and 17-year-olds, or if you happen to be an apprentice, the rate is £7.55. Find your number and lock it in. This is your baseline.
Now here's something that really trips a lot of people up. The difference between the national minimum wage and the living wage. Super important. They are not the same thing. The national minimum wage is mandatory. It's the law. The living wage, on the other hand, is a higher, voluntary rate that some fantastic employers choose to pay, and it's based on the actual cost of living. It's brilliant if you get it, but the NMW is the one that's legally enforceable.
Okay, so you know your rate. Simple enough, right? Well, this is where things can start to get a little bit tricky, because now we need to talk about deductions. These are the hidden traps that can sometimes, unlawfully, drag your pay down.
So here is the crucial rule you have to remember. While your employer can take money from your wages for certain things, a deduction becomes totally unlawful if, and this is the key bit, it pushes your average hourly pay below that national minimum wage rate. It's not really about the deduction itself, it's about what your pay looks like after that money's been taken out.
So, what kind of things should you be looking out for? Well, classic examples are things like being asked to pay for your own uniform or for safety equipment you need for the job. Or maybe your boss has taken money off you because the till was short one night, or for an accidental breakage. These are the kinds of deductions that could be illegal if they drop you below that minimum pay threshold.
But just like any good rule, there is one big exception that you really need to know about.
And here it is. If your employer provides you with accommodation, a place to live, they are legally allowed to deduct a set amount for it. From April 2025, that amount is £10.66 per day. This is the only benefit in kind that can legally take your pay below the minimum wage. Things like getting free meals or using a company car? Nope, they don't count.
All right, we've covered the rules and the exceptions. Now it's time for the practical part. Let's dig into how you can use your very own payslip as a personal toolkit so you can become your own pay detective.
It really comes down to a simple three-step check. Step 1. Find your gross pay. That's the big number at the top before anything gets taken out. Step 2. Verify your hours. Seriously, does the number of hours on your payslip actually match what you worked? And step 3. Scrutinize those deductions. Look carefully at every single thing that has been taken off your gross pay.
And this is the golden rule. This is the simple calculation that puts all the power back in your hands. You take your total gross pay for that pay period, and you divide it by the total hours you worked. The number you get back must be the same as or higher than your legal minimum wage rate. If it's even a penny lower, there's a problem.
So what happens if you do that little calculation and, the number is too low? Okay. First things first, don't panic. This final part of our explainer is your action plan. It's all about what to do next. There's a really clear process to follow here. First, just have a chat with your employer. Honestly, it could be a genuine mistake, a simple payroll error that's super easy to fix. If that doesn't resolve it, step 2 is to get free, totally confidential advice from the experts. And if you have to, step 3 is reporting the whole thing to HMRC, who can then investigate for you. And you can even do that anonymously. And when we say get free advice, this is who we mean. ACAS, that's the Advisory, Conciliation, and Arbitration Service. These guys are the absolute experts in this stuff. Their advice is completely free, and it's confidential. This is a brilliant slide to grab a screenshot of.
That helpline number is your direct line to getting real clarity and support.
So, there you have it. We've broken down the rates, the hidden traps, and the action plan. It all boils down to this one simple fact. Your pay is your legal right. It's not a gift from your employer. It's not a favor. So the question is, are you getting what you're owed? Now you have the tools to find out for sure.